We'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, our starter in this one, George Kirby. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Starting to go after it. Now a look down to third. No swing. Kenny Jansen with the call. That one lifted to left. Arozarena settles underneath it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Well, he's in pretty good company right now on that AL leaderboard for home runs. Top 5 for the guy, and he's one of the better home run hitters in the league this year. You don't see him missing too many pitches, and when he gets the one that he wants, he doesn't miss it. It goes a long way.
Jose Ramirez, batting with one down, takes a strike. Ramirez wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking, and there's 2 down. Here's Juan Soto. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Here's your 1. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Slider misses outside. 2 outs, base is empty. High fly ball, right field. Robles has a beat on it. Hauls it in to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Singy. So here's the lefty, Max Fried.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Victor Robles. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Robles went deep in his most recent game. And now it's even up. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And up next for Seattle, Ryan Bliss. That one out to right. Judge grabs it on the run. Let's take a look at our lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Fair ball.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Solano leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball to second. There's Lindor. That ends the frame. Mariners leave 1. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second. Here comes Aaron Judge. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Slider right there.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable because he has the
swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
That's a ball.
Harper with an impressive 3-homer performance in his last game. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Pretty rare to see a 3-homer game like he had last time out. The only active player with at least 4 3-homer performances is Mookie Betts, who's tied for the all-time lead with 6.
1 out, bases empty. In the dirt, and the count is 3-1. Downstairs, and it misses. Ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have 1 more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. Line drive, and this one looks like trouble. Around second is Harper. Headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. The tag, and he's out. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. Check swing, called strike. Wells matched a homer in his last game. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Next offering way off the plate. And that's downstairs and outside. That one not close. And the count's full. Out to center. Marlowe settles under this one. And that'll do it. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Yankees 1 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the
And
Mariners,
here's the first baseman, Austin Shenton.
Shenton.
Max Fried will go to work. There's the strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And Fried gets his second strikeout of the game.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
To third, Ramirez. Sends it across to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Batting 7th, the center fielder, Cade Marlowe.
Cade Marlowe up next for the Mariners.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Kelly just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. Nobody left for Seattle, and it remains 1-0. On to the third inning, and now number 17.
Number 17.
Kirby back to work. That one's in there. That's strike 1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display, and this guy's out there on the hill.
That one fouled off.
One ball, 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. And next for New York, Brenton Doyle. And that's way high. And that is ball 1. Doyle, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 26 years old, usually in center field, but today starting in left. Cut on and lifted in the air. Robles. And it's caught for the out. So the batting order turns over. And now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Fly to left his first time. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jose.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And that one pulled foul. Here goes the runner. There's a swing and a drive. And that one is off the wall. Coming home. He'll score easily. That holds the runner at second base.
Now
that ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
Juan Soto stepping in now for the Yankees. Little chopper rolls foul. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
That's a ball.
Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. That's his 3rd home run of the series, and they add on. It's 4-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
2 outs, nobody on. Here is Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss at a slider.
0-1.
Inside, just missed. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back in Seattle,
Leading
bottom
up
of the
for
inning.
the Mariners,
Mitch Garver up to
the
it
catcher,
here.
Mitch Garver.
Liner, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can
Batting
get
up,
real tricky
the
down in the
shortstop,
corner.
JP
Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive
Crawford.
play.
J.P. Crawford will hit next.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
In the air, out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Victor Robles.
Now it's the right fielder, Victor Robles. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And it's strike 2.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating
No ball,
for
2
the hitting
strikes.
coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Ball 1.
Big stock center field. And now 2 aboard.
The batter, number 1, second baseman,
And now for
Ryan
Seattle, Ryan Bliss. Flied to right his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the last half of the third. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
0-2.
Ooh, by ya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And it's another strikeout for Fried. He's been good.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably
the
going to
third
be thinking about for a
baseman,
little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Solano at the plate and takes high there. In the air, left field. Stretches out and hauls it in. Mariners leave a couple. They trail it here 4-0. And we're back.
Leading off
Digging
for the
in,
Yankees,
Bryce
the first
Harper.
baseman, Bryce
Singing, you can't ask for anything
Harper.
more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it
The
was
batter,
harder than
the
it needed to
shortstop,
be thanks to the bad
Francisco
jump. Those small
Lindor.
moments can be costly.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. First pitch just misses.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now. So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs, and hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Next pitch
2-1.
way upstairs. Nobody out. Runner at first. Clips the corner. And the count is 2-2. He goes down looking.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And up next for New York, Austin Wells. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
0-1.
The 0-1. Next offering is outside. Grounder might be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. The Yankees 4 and the Mariners nothing. Welcome back as
Leading
we
up
take
for
a peek
the
at the starting
Mariners,
pitching
the left
so far
fielder,
this year.
Randy Arozarena.
First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Austin
Shenton up next for the Mariners. Struck out swinging his first time. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Top of the zone for a called strike. Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Maximus notches the K.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a
Up
hitter like this,
next, for the
known for
Mariners,
using the entire
the
field.
designated hitter,
Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Polanco.
2 down, base is empty. In now is the Mariners DH, Jorge Polanco. This one high in the air to left center. Doyle sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and that is that.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Mariners.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the
31.
fifth. Drew Pomerantz.
Drew
He's making his second appearance of the
Pomerantz.
season. Here's the second
Leading
baseman.
off for the
He's
Yankees,
0 for
the
1.
second baseman, number 17.
Just missed.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd
Now
say
batting,
mission
the left
accomplished.
fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So up next, Brenton Doyle. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And now the lineup turns over with one away. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
That's a ball.
in the dirt. Man at first, one away.
Runner, runner,
The
runner.
kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Popped in the air. Left field. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
One
Doyle
ball,
stands
2
at
strikes.
second with 2 gone. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Pomerantz throws over.
He's
Doyle
in there, he's
dives
safe.
back in safely. Next one off the
That's
plate
inside.
inside. And it's 2-2. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Full count.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, 2 outs. Juan Soto stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered here in this one. Broken bat, and it's popped up and makes the grab. And that is that. So they strand a pair. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees 4 and the Mariners nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Marlowe.
First offering, and it just misses.
Well, these Mariners just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
And there's one away.
Up next for the Mariners, the catcher,
Mitch Garver.
Garver.
Up next for the Mariners. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Now one missed. Fouled off left side. The Yanks leading by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Smash down the left field line. Doyle snags it. 2 away.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, J.P.
And stepping in for the Mariners,
Crawford.
J.P. Crawford. Fly to left his first time. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Chisholm brings it in for the 3rd out. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. The Yankees 4 and the Mariners nothing.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Mariners,
and they make a change to start the
number
6th.
52.
The new pitcher, Colin Snyder.
Snyder.
Aaron Judge
Leading
at
off
the
for
plate.
Yankees,
Both
the
for
right
2
fielder,
in
number
this one.
99, Aaron Judge.
Snyder in his 3rd season, 29 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Judge rips that one. Going back, reaching for it, and breaks it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Harper.
And now here is Harper.
A walk, and he's also singled.
Right side, hard hit. Harper retired.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
The shortstop takes the ball. Activity in the bullpen. Gabe Spire up and loosening in the pen. Thornton, a right-hander, loosening up as well. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Rosarena makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Yankees 4 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the
Leading up
ballpark.
for the
Bottom
Mariners,
of the 6th.
the
And
right
now the
fielder,
right fielder,
Victor
Robles.
Robles.
Freed back to work. In the air, left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that
The
first
batter,
pitch,
number
man.
1,
He's going to want that
second
one back,
baseman,
no doubt.
Ryan.
Now the number 2 hitter,
Bliss.
Ryan Bliss. And he takes a strike.
0-1.
The Mariners down by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Late with the swing there.
Good late
No
sink
ball,
on
2
that
strikes.
fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Next offering down low and in the dirt. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Chris, 3rd time through the order,
Now
and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the catch, inning over. Welcome back as
Leading
we
off
take
for
a
the
look at their
Yankees,
upcoming
the catcher,
schedule.
Number 28, Austin Wells.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And 1 pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
He was all over that
The
one.
batter,
Anytime
number
you rip a line
17.
drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the second baseman. Foul ball. No outs. Runner on second. Next
That's a
offering
ball.
upstairs. And
2
delivers
balls,
outside.
1 strike.
And that one inside, and it hit him. Next to hit, Brenton Doyle, 1 for 2. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down because of that speed.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Here comes Wells around third. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. In there safely.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies, put a really nice balanced swing on it, and when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And it's fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Colin Snyder done for the night, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Trent
Mariners.
Thornton on the pitch here.
Number
Well, they need
46.
someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. Runner on the go. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. This one's got a chance. Forget it. A 2-run shot, his 16th homer of the year, and they add a pair. It's 9-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there, too. He gave it a great effort, but, you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Juan Soto stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered in this game. Hammered, base hit.
The right fielder, number 99.
Man at first.
Aaron.
Now here's the Yankees
Judge.
cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And first offering is fouled off. Soto gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Lifted to left center. Way back there. And that is gone. Home run number 20 on the year. And they tack on to their lead. It's 11-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Trent Thornton won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for the
Gabe
Mariners.
Spire into the game.
Number
He's pitching on
55.
2 days rest.
Yay! Spire!
Here is Bryce Harper. That one ripped, but foul. And ball one.
1-1. Two balls, one strike.
So far, 7 runs across in the frame here in the top half of inning number 7. Next
Three
pitch,
balls,
not
one
close,
strike.
up high. Next offering is fouled back. Well struck, right field. Out of here. They go back to back. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 12-0. And just like that, his home run streak is up to 6.
Well, he's an absolute machine, working really well at the plate right now. He just can't miss every time he swings. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Popped up. Bliss. And he makes the catch. And there's one down.
The catcher, number 28, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Still only 1 out here in the inning. That misses. 1-1. And there's a
Two
ball.
balls, one strike.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And that's outside. Ripped to short. Crawford throws to first in time. Gets the catcher by a step.
Now batting, number 17.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman. Swinging a foul straight back. Strike 2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Got him swinging. But it's a huge 8-run inning for him as they open up the lead. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Yankees 12 and the Mariners nothing. Back here in a blowout,
Leading
which
up
gives
for
us a
the
chance to
Mariners,
talk about
the
just
left
about
fielder,
anything.
Randy
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, singing in ballpark entertainment. You got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they used one of the kid-sized ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze. I wanted to race the freeze with one
Now
point.
batting,
I don't think my
the
hamstrings
first
could hold up for it now.
baseman,
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze, and it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Judge makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
the batter, number 7.
So now the
Designated hitter,
DH spot, Jorge Polanco.
Polanco.
First pitch, and he just misses.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. So now 1-2. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning. Relay throw to second. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up.
Man at second here with 2 away. Cade Marlowe up next for the Mariners.
Ball,
That's a
that's
little high, and it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike at 95. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. High fly ball out to center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. Yankees 12 and the Mariners nothing. Back at T-Mobile Park, leading off, Brenton Doyle.
Brenton Doyle.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Breaking ball misses down and away. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
The center fielder, number 13.
Here's the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. His 18th home run of the season. It's 14-0. And their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Gabe Spire gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
new
the
pitcher
Mariners.
on now, Andres Munoz.
Number 75.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now, Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. Munoz, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning, and we're in the top of the 8th. The next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That one missed. Next offering is down low, and it's a full count. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So a man at first. Now it's the DH, Juan Soto. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Runner at first with no outs here.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Up and in, and it's 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. Ramirez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Fastball inside just freezes the hitter. I don't think he was ready to pull the trigger. A lot of times hitters are looking away, and that one locked him up.
Aaron Judge now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
And that drops in for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Way back there. That's not coming back. Another homer. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 16-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Really great job of anticipation there. He knows he throws the sinker. That one down in the zone. You're trying to beat it to the spot it's getting to. Well, he won.
And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 0-2. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And here is Francisco Lindor. And first offering is fouled off. glove side, but it gets through. Around second is Harper, and it'll be first and third now after that miscue.
The catcher, number 28, Austin.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
1 for 4 with a double. And that's in for a strike.
And it's 0-1. And there's a ball.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering misses, and the count's full. And they're all loaded up.
Now batting, number 17.
So bases all loaded up. Now it's the second baseman.
0 for 3 in this one.
And that's in there for strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Inside, almost got him.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Next pitch is outside. Harper at third. Lindor on second. Wells at first. One gone. Got him. That's out number 2.
Tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable with the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Now a chance for Brenton Doyle.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And he boots it. Harper scores.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Well, some errors hurt way more than others, right? I mean, 2 runs come in right there, so definitely a tough one to get over, and that could have been a very different result if they make the play cleanly.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Andres Munoz out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Mariners.
for the Mariners, Gregory
Number
Santos.
48.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that one out your team needs from you.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
Second and third, 2 down. Swing and a chopper out to short. Crawford throws to first in time. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Back in Seattle, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now the Mariners catcher, Mitch Garver. In the air, left side. Doyle sizes this one up. He makes the grab, and there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that
batter,
first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Crawford.
So digging in, J.P. Crawford. That one at 95 missed up top. 1-0.
No strike.
The M's with a lot of ground to make up. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one catches the zone, and the count even at 1.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
The right fielder, number 10, Victor.
So up next, Victor Robles. First pitch,
outside.
just misses. And that is out of play. Crawford leads off first with 1 away. Check swing went around, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. So 2 down now. And here is Ryan Bliss. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Chisholm snags it on the run. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. Yankees out in front, 18-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. First offering, and it just misses. Santos, in his 3rd season, he features a slider, a sinker, a 4-seamer, and he works in a changeup. And it's even up.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Emerson Hancock up and throwing.
Ball inside.
Right back to him on the mound. Slings to first, and Ramirez is set down.
The batter, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto digs in now. That catches the outside corner. It's 0-1.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Home run number 30 on the year. It's 19-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
So 1 out, nobody on. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another one. Back-to-back homers. His 3rd home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 20-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Gregory Santos will depart.
Now pitching for
Here
the
comes
Mariners.
the closer here in the 9th,
Number
Matt
47.
Brash.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
1 out, base is empty. Bryce Harper stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
And that one missing low.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss. 2
ball,
runs
2
across in
strikes.
the inning. Here in the top of the 9th. Breaking
Ball,
ball
that's it.
inside. 2-2. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. 2 down, bases
Now batting,
empty.
the
Francisco
shortstop,
Lindor
Francisco
getting ready to hit.
Lindor.
That's hard hit on the line. Marlowe makes the catch. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. You're dialed into the show. Bottom 9. Here's
Leading
Donovan
up for
Solano.
the Mariners, the 3rd baseman, Donovan Solano.
Free back to work. And that one in the air center field. Chisholm makes the grab, 1 down.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get
Now
ahead in the
batting,
count,
the
at
left
times
fielder,
pitch to contact, let the
Randy
defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
Randy Arozarena up next for the Mariners. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Doyle in position. Brings it in. 2 down. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being
Now
this
batting,
efficient and
first
getting this
baseman,
deep
Austin.
into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Shenton stands in now and watches strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
Well, this one ends in a blowout for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.